A long time ago, in a galaxy we call home, there's some fishermen, a boat, and a rabbi. Hey, that sounds like a joke. Why did the fishermen cross the lake? Nope, because the rabbi told them to. Get it? The rabbi was Jesus. Sorry, I got carried away. As I was saying, there's some fishermen, a boat, and a rabbi named Jesus. You remember Jesus from our story a couple of days ago, but when this story took place, Jesus was about 30 years old. As a teacher of the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible, Jesus was called a rabbi. The crowd of people had been listening to Jesus that day, and when evening came, Jesus was ready to rest. He said to his disciples, some of whom were fishermen, "Let's cross over to the other side of the lake." So they got in the boat and started rowing. They rowed for a long time, and rowing. Jesus was tired, so he lay down in the back of the boat and fell asleep. Can you imagine climbing into a fishing boat, lying down in the bottom and going to sleep? I don't think that would be comfortable. Do you?
No.
While Jesus was sleeping, the disciples saw storm clouds in the sky. They were fishermen and knew how bad the storms were on this lake, so they immediately went into action. They began rowing as hard as they could. The wind was howling and whipping the water into huge waves. The boat was rocking violently as the wind grew stronger. The waves were crashing over the sides of the boat, filling it with water. The disciples were getting soaked, but they had to keep on rowing.
Are those kids supposed to be waves?
Yes.
The disciples stopped rowing and started bailing the water out of the boat. But it was no
So
use.
technically they should be throwing the kids off the stage.
The water was coming into the boat faster than they could bail it out. And all this time, Jesus was sleeping. Can you imagine? That would be like getting on one of those winding water slides in a water park. You know, the kind that sprays water on you the whole time, and then going to sleep in the raft and sweeping all the way down, just 100 times longer and more powerful. I don't think I could sleep through that. Could you?
No.
Yeah.
No, you couldn't. I wish I could sleep like that though. And do you know what's crazy? When the disciples realized that the storm was too much for them and that the boat was going to flip over and they would all drown, that's when they scrambled down to where Jesus slept. It was hard to walk because the boat was rocking and they kept on swaying while they walked and then crawled.